Hello everybody, it's Peter Bird here from Optimal Nutritional Excellence. Really nice to see you, and I hope that everything's going well for you. Today I want to have a talk about smoothies and juicing. What are they? What do I mean by smoothies and juices? What are the advantages of either of those, or the downsides of? And I have to be honest with you, I have my favorite. And my favorite is smoothie making. I'm not a fan of juicing, and I'll explain why. Actually, let's just start off by juicing, and I'll get that out of the way, and then I'll move on to my favorite subject, one of my favorite subjects, which is smoothies, and why that is. Where I come from is from health. I come from optimal nutritional excellence, ensuring that this human being, this animal, the human being, has what it needs to be able to operate at its optimum. Now, what is juicing? Juicing is when you put fruit. It could be vegetables as well. I mean, I think there was a craze at one stage of doing carrot juicing and drinking carrot juice. Essentially, what happens when you put anything in the plant kingdom through a juicer is you strip out one of the most important aspects or components of that plant, and that is fiber. Fiber is what our microbiome live on. Fiber aids in the slowing down of the transfer of nutrients and fructose and sugars into the bloodstream. Fiber is our friend, and we want to have fiber. We don't want to take fiber out of our diet. And so what juicing does is remove fiber, and that's my concern. You want to maintain the fiber. You're not getting the full value of all the phytonutrients or the nutrients that are in that food either. You're stripping out a lot of that. That's my take on juicing. When you juice, you're hitting the system with a whole lot of fructose, a whole lot of sugars, and especially if you're doing fruit, that hits the bloodstream and spikes your blood glucose levels, spikes your insulin, and that puts a stress onto the body, and we don't want to do that. I mean, that's counterproductive. Okay, let's have a wee talk about my favorite out of the two, which is smoothies. And I love my smoothies. I have smoothies 3-4 times a week. We have a pretty industrial smoothie maker at home. Essentially what the smoothie is, it's a vehicle for getting kale into you, a vehicle for getting your leafy greens into you. There's a scale that measures the amount of phytonutrients that are in a particular vegetable or in a particular food product. And the highest on that scale are your kale, bok choy, watercress, your leafy greens, those sort of plants. They've got in excess of 1,000 phytonutrients, all these little fine minerals and vitamins in them. When we just chew our leafy greens or our vegetables, because we haven't got the enzyme that digests cellulose. Now, what's cellulose? Cellulose makes up the cell walls. So if you looked at a plant cell under a microscope, it's oblong, as opposed to an animal cell, a human cell, for example, which is round. So that's neither here nor there. It's just a bit of interesting information. It's an oblong cell, and the walls are made of cellulose, and we cannot digest those cell walls. So when we chew and eat that food, then we're getting quite a relatively small percentage of what we call the phytonutrients. Now, where are the phytonutrients or plant nutrients? All those thousands of micronutrients and those small little minerals and vitamins and all those trace elements. Where are they? All that beautiful stuff that our body loves. Well, it's inside the cell. So when we're eating, when we're chewing, we are relying on the chewing motion of our teeth to break down the cell walls to get access to the phytonutrients inside. And so we're getting 9-10% of the phytonutrients that are inside the cell. When you put your kale through that smoothie maker, you're smashing up the cell walls, releasing all those beautiful phytonutrients, and you're getting somewhere in the range of sort of 95 to 98% of the phytonutrients. So why on earth would you not do that? Obviously, you don't want to be just drinking a drink of kale. It tastes pretty foul. You're not going to be, you're not going to be enjoying that, or most of us aren't. So what you want to be doing is adding some fruit, some berries in with that, a little handful. What we do is we take a kale leaf and strip the leaf, and about a handful of kale goes into the smoothie maker, and we chop up and put in the stem as well, because the stem's got lots of nutrient value in it. Don't get rid of the stem. You can put some water in there, or you can put some sort of plant milk in there as well, and then turn that smoothie maker on. And you want to have the consistency that you can drink. You don't want to be chewing a smoothie. That's not very pleasant. So you want to have the consistency that you can drink it, like a thick milkshake, and it needs to taste nice and sweet. It needs to taste nice, but it's essentially a vehicle for getting that leafy green, or in my case, the kale, into you. Here's one other little helpful hint. What you want to be doing is, if you make a container of smoothie, you might have what we call a bullet, which is probably 2 cups full, maybe 500, 600 mil, maybe 700 mil. We make it at about sort of a litre, 2 litres at a time. What you want to be doing, and then we would pour it into containers that would be maybe 700 mil, and it goes in the fridge, and it'll stay quite happily in the fridge for a couple of days, maybe even 3 days. Now, a little hint here is, don't go drinking that 500 or 600 mil all at once, because the body just won't absorb it all. Won't be able to, and you'll certainly benefit from the fiber of it, but you won't get all the value of the micronutrients. So my suggestion is that you sip it during the day, or that you have a cup full at a time, maybe 250 mil. Drink that in the morning, and then lunchtime or in the afternoon, you drink the rest of it. So just have that during the day, so the body can absorb all those beautiful phytonutrients and all the fiber and all the minerals and the nutrients that are in that smoothie. As I say, I have that maybe 4 times a week. I really enjoy that. My body really enjoys it. I know what I'm doing as far as really smashing the micronutrients into my body. I put a lot of energy out. I box 3 times a week. I don't competitively box. I'm way too smart for that. But I box train, and it's pretty full on 3 times a week, and I really have the energy there for that, and part of that energy comes from the smoothies that I have regularly. It also really allows the bowel motions to carry all the waste out of the body really, really comfortably, because you've got lots of fiber, you've got lots of fluid in there, and so it keeps everything working really, really well. And let's face it, that's the ideal, isn't it? So that's me today. I just wanted to have a quick check-in in regards to juicing, which I spent about a couple of minutes talking about, because I'm not a fan of, and the rest of the time talking about smoothies, because I'm pretty passionate about smoothies, because I know the value of them. Hope that's useful. If you like this vlog, please like and subscribe. Let your friends, families, work colleagues know about me. I'd love to be able to get this message out there wider. And if you have any subjects or anything you'd like to know more about, get hold of me. Okay? Take care. See you later, and have a great day.